Let me hit you with an undeniable fact. Middle-aged white men are ruling this world. Middle-aged white men are the orchestrators of wars. Evidence? Netanyahu, a middle-aged white man who's a warmonger. Putin, a middle-aged white man who's a warmonger. So recently, former Manchester United player Gary Neville had recently included these middle-aged white men as being to blame for what happened in Manchester with the synagogues. But was he referring to your average Joe on the street? Or was he talking a far more deeper meaning? Without actually saying it, was Gary Neville really saying that those at the very top, and I mean the pinnacle of power, they're the ones that are to blame for these wars and for what comes after these wars, the repercussions of these wars, with the subsequent attacks on the Jewish community? Yes, it's a terrible thing that any community is targeted, and I would be supportive of anybody out there that is attacked this way. I'm a peacemaker, but I am not a false peacemaker. I wouldn't dare make a promise to the world, which I think is what they're going to do at the moment with these talks. I think they're going to try and fool you all into saying that they've achieved peace, but it won't be true peace. Not the kind of peace that will last. Mark my words. I love that expression. Mark my words. You heard it here. This will be a pseudo attempt to fool the world into bringing what they believe might be a temporary peace, which doesn't last. And then we go back to being the horrible people that we are, and we continue in our forever wars. So the undeniable fact is that the World Economic Forum is made up of middle-aged white men, right? All the major organisations are made up of middle-aged white men who profit directly from wars, and so they want these wars to continue. So Gary Neville, indirectly, was correct if he was meaning that his comment had a deeper meaning, that he was referring to those instigators of wars, and not you and me on the street, who are called your average Joe blog.